Actually, I wanted to do a chess boxing sparring session with Andrea Botez when I got to LA. We couldn't make it work. I'm just going to say it's because she chickened out.
I have been desperately trying to box Gotham Chess. And contrary to this clip, he actually refused to spar me because he didn't want to hit a woman. It's 2023. Come on. I thought we were better than this. But ladies and gentlemen, don't think the show ends here. I've been keeping this a secret for quite some time now. This is actually the only thing I've managed not to leak. And on April 15th, there will be no more chess, just boxing. I will be boxing someone actually stronger than Gotham Chess, and that is Michelle Kerr, one of the most impressive female YouTubers. Michelle has done everything from Marine boot camp to the Navy SEAL test. She is incredibly fit and literally not afraid of anything. The woman can do 50 push-ups. Michelle will be a formidable opponent. I, on the other hand, have been moving chess pieces since I was 6. Growing up, I never played any sports because my parents told me I would never be as good at them as I was at chess, and so far, they were right. You might be wondering, Andrea, why sign up for another boxing match? You're already missing enough brain cells. After my chess boxing match in December, there was nothing else I wanted more than to get back into the ring. My dream was to fight with Creator Clash, an influencer boxing event with some of the biggest YouTubers and streamers, and it's all for charity. As one does, I shot my shot on Twitter very smoothly, and for once I actually got a reply. They really wanted me to join their team, but sadly for me, there was just no room for me to join this year. They had 12 cards and there was just no way they could add in one more. I kept trying and I had a ton of calls with other boxing companies. There were actually some very huge opportunities, but schedule-wise, just nothing really ended up working. But hey, never say never. That same week, I get a call from my old friend Michelle Kerr. I need to seriously stop boxing my friends. I'd actually taught her chess before for one of her previous challenge accepted videos. She is the only person I know who would just nonchalantly ring you up and ask if you would box each other. And I told her it would be an honor to box her, but we ran into just one small problem. She is 5'2" and 118 pounds. I am 5'6", whether or not you guys believe me or not, and weigh about 138 pounds. But eventually, we gave up. There was no solid fight opportunity, and even our coaches advised against trying to make the weight. But we made a secret little pact. Michelle and I promised to each other that we would both maintain decent shape, just in case there was a tiny possibility that something would open up later down the road. So I continued boxing just for fun, but it was a small commitment because as an ADHD Zoomer, it's pretty hard to stay motivated to something unless there's a clear end goal or the fear of getting punched in the face in front of hundreds of thousands of people. Months later, we get some devastating news. I did a thing, one of the main cards of the event, got a terrible concussion and had to pull out of the fight. Well, not devastating for me. I'll send the check over later, thanks to whoever took down the tall Australian. Just kidding. Actually, I'm really sorry I did a thing, and I hope your recovery goes well, and I hope to see you fight again. So, here we were, 2 months before Creator Clash. Michelle and I have to make a decision. Some of the fighters for this event had been training for an entire year. And don't forget that Michelle and I had a 20-pound difference. But you bet your ass, the next day we were both in fight camp. Since that day, I have been boxing training non-stop 6 days a week. Boxing has pretty much taken over my life, which yes, sometimes it can be slightly lonely or depressing, but I don't care because I love it. Except for the diet part. I hate that part. That part sucks. You don't realize how many social activities revolve around eating and drinking until you have to cut 10 pounds and you live in LA. But it does feel good knowing I'm in the best shape of my life. As corny as it is, I actually think part of the reason I'm so obsessed with boxing is because there's a lot of parallels to chess. You're literally reading your opponent all the time, trying to predict what they're gonna do next and how you're gonna attack or defend. Except you have 1 second to do all of this, and if you fail, you get knocked in the face. So I would say I'm about a 600 rated boxer right now, but the learning process is pretty fulfilling. I can't share too much because Michelle is a smart girl and she will use this to her advantage. But I wanted to share a little tidbit of my progress since the chess boxing days. It might not mean that much to you guys, but it does to me. Well, that's all I can share for now. I think I've talked long enough. I will see you guys April 15th. And Mom and Dad, I hope I finally prove you wrong.